can't resist us.
Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 21 in season number 3 of the Turkey Hills series. We are here at the Auto Club Speedway for the Pepsi Max 300, a 23-lap race around this crazy 2-mile racetrack in Fontana, California. We did go here earlier in the season, but we used the older version of the racetrack, which does not have near as much passing as this one. And just let me tell you, it is going to be crazy. One of the wild card races here in the Turkey Hills series, and it's definitely going to be interesting to see how it shakes up the points in these final few races. Barto continues to lead in the points standings, but by only 6 points ahead of Ryan Madden. Barto with 520 points. Marty Johnson is 41 points behind in third place. It's pretty much between Barto and Madden at the moment. Now, if something happens to Barto and Madden, and this racetrack has done things to the top two in points before, remember the Haas IndyCar Series finale that was run here back in June, that did not go over too well for the 2 points leaders who came into that race. Third place won the championship. But this is not the championship race, but it's still possible that someone like Marty Johnson, Josh Alexander, who's 44 points behind, or Reagan Whitlock, who's 46 points behind, could move their way through the field in the point standings and close up the Barto and Madden before the season ends. Anyways, it's been a very fun season so far. We're closing down on it, and I'm looking forward to seeing who wins this championship. And this is definitely a good race here at the Auto Club Speedway because of all the passing, kind of the last wild card race per se. And let's just get it started, shall we? Oh boy. Want to make sure that everything's going okay, and I think it is. So the starting lineup rolling on the bottom of your screen for this one. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and reset it so that Cameron Garlington in the number 60 can start the race. This time it does appear everybody is rolling off. Anyway, starting lineup on the bottom of your screen. Number 48, Matt Tuck, starting on the pole position, alongside the guy who's second in the point standings, Ryan Madden in the number 5. Row number 2, we have Cody Smart and Cookie Helms. Cookie Helms, a recent winner here in the Turkey Hill Series, winning at Kansas a couple of races ago. Row number 3, we got ourselves Reagan Whitlock in the number 19 coming into this race. 5th in the point standings. He's been in the top 5 in the points most of this season, but I believe he only led the points for a short while. Alongside the 19, it's the number 11 of Cameron Black. Row number 4, it's the 28 of Caleb Hoffman, starting alongside the California winner, John Arndt. California, a very similar racetrack to this one, in a way. But this racetrack runs a lot differently than the old California Speedway, so it really doesn't have much to do with it. Jesse Turner in the number 39. He's got a shot at this championship. If you remember last season, he was leading in the point standings heading into the final race of the season. However, he crashed out in that finale race, and Nathan Stapleton was able to take the championship away from him. I do believe Turner is 9th in the points coming into this race. He might have a shot at pulling his way in the championship contention at the end of this one. We're just going to have to see. Starting alongside Stuart Gratton for this 23-lap race at the top 10. Starting positions here for the Pepsi Max 300 at the Auto Club Speedway. Matt Tuck, Ryan Madden, we're green flag racing at this crazy racetrack in California. And Tuck with the advantage on the inside lane on Ryan Madden. When these guys speed up a little bit, that's when we're going to see a lot of passing, and lots of times we crash here at the Auto Club Speedway, and you never know when one of those crashes could happen or where it could happen. It could wipe out quite a few guys in the field. How about Cody Smart? We haven't talked about him too much this season. He's going to the inside of Matt Tuck for the lead. And the number 78 trying to get a run to the inside of the 48. Who knows? This could be the finish of the race. Could be that close when we get to the finish of this one. 48 and Matt Tuck leads lap number 1, but Smart has the inside lane. Ryan Madden in the number 5 comes into this race second in the point standings. You see Barto is back in there in the number 2 machine. At the moment, Ryan Madden would take the points lead away from Trey Barto if they finished where they were right now. Madden is going to go to the inside of Cody Smart and take the lead away from the 78 and the 48. You have Abe Troxel right behind the number 5 here, pushing him to the lead. And look at this, 4 wide. And lots of times they can figure out 4 wide here at the Auto Club Speedway, but sometimes they can't, and you never know when one of those crashes could in fact happen. Apologize if it's a little choppy, a little bit choppy on my end, but it's just the way these newer racetracks are. Tend to not have the best of frame rates, but I think it's looking pretty good. 44, Abe Troxel leading the field here in the Pepsi Max 300. We definitely want to watch for this back in here, because this 4Y could definitely result in a major incident. You see Trey Barto there in the number 2 coming into this race, the points leader. He's been in the points lead the past few races here in the Turkey Hill Series. He is the guy to beat, but Ryan Madden in the number 5 has stayed with him essentially this whole time. And this number 5 of Ryan Madden is taking the lead back from the 44. And at the moment, if the race were to finish where they're running right now, Madden would take the points lead at the end of this race. Of all the success Trey Barto has had, he has not been able to pull away from Ryan Madden in the point standings, but this race still has quite a ways to go before the finish. One of the longer races of the season here in the Turkey Hill Series. 62, William Brock will lead lap number 4 here at the Auto Club Speedway. Ryan Searless right behind him in the 92. A part-time driver there trying to get to the inside of the 62, not able to do it, and Brock starting to pull away a little bit from second place. But this is exactly like a restrictor plate racetrack. If you get out too far, these guys are going to draft and gang up on you and take the lead away from you in a flash. Even though it's only 2 miles, the draft is massively important at this racetrack. Ryan Searless trying to get a run to the inside of William Brock for the lead, and he is going to be able to do so heading into turn 1 on lap 6. They are 4 wide back in here. Cameron Black to the inside of Fernand Gavat and Jonathan Rivers. And he is going to take 4th away from those guys. Want to watch for this back in here. You see Barto's in the middle of all this. But the thing for Barto, he is now past Ryan Madden. You see the number 5 alongside Marty Johnson. Johnson 3rd in the points coming into this race. And who knows, all 3 of these guys could crash in this one. The way they're running right now, it is very possible. They seem to be keeping it pretty well organized at the moment, which is a good thing. Caleb Hoffman out front in the number 28. Haven't really talked too much about Hoffman, and as far as I know, his plans of retiring at the end of Season 6 in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series are still going to happen, so if that's the case, this will be his last season in the Turkey Hill Series. Number 11, Cameron Black right behind him, trying to get to the inside of the 28. You got Fernand Gabat back in here. He won at California in Season 1 of the Turkey Hill Series, but California is rather different than the Auto Club Speedway, considering the way we race. Here we got 4 wide, all over the place, racing in packs. We have a lot of passing. At California, it's a little more sophisticated and a little harder to pass at the original version of this racetrack. Gabat's going to take 2nd. Now here's something I would like to note. Davey Johnson comes into this race 6th in the point standings. If he were to win this race, he would put himself in championship contention. We have hardly even talked about this guy all season, but he finds himself in 6th place in the point standings with only 4 races left. That's a great place to be. And who knows, maybe Davey Johnson could surprise us all and get this championship here in the Turkey Hill Series. Would like to mention that we also have pit stops in this race. Even though we're racing it like a restrictor plate racetrack, there will be pit stops here in the Pepsi Max 300. And that could definitely wreak some havoc on some guys, considering that we are racing in this pack. Jonathan Skibnicki in the 70 won the last 2-mile racetrack we raced out, which was Michigan. Back in race 9 of the season, quite a while ago. But this number 70 has won twice this season in Skibnicki, looking to get a 3rd one. We got Cameron Garlington. He won at Armory Digital the 2nd time this season. He has done a fantastic job driving her hair gel over the lawn. Oh, we got a crash! Madden's involved in the 5, 2nd in the points. Josh Crash involved. I'm trying to see who else is involved. Matt Dalio and Elijah Gordon caught up in the back. 3 of the junior motorsports machines involved in this one, and the 6 of Josh Crash. That is exactly what Trey Barto in the number 2 wanted. Make sure these guys don't crash again. The caution's going to come out on lap 10. Caleb Hoffman leads the field in the number 28. My, oh my, it happens just like that. Lots of times it's inevitable at a place like this. It's a tough break for Junior Motorsports in general. 3 of their cars getting involved in that one. The only guy from Junior Motorsports not getting involved is Nicholas Amadeo. I don't know where he is, and he's deep in the... Oh, wait, no, that's Emmanuel Hartnett. He looks a lot like the 7. Oh! Bouncing around a little bit there down the back. And they're trying to figure it out, but there's Amadeo in the 7. The only Junior Motorsports machine not involved in this crash. Anyways, these guys might be coming down the pit lane, and I do believe they are, even though they haven't really figured it out yet. They're not really too well organized, and that's good news for Hoffman. If he comes down the pit lane before the rest of these guys, he'll probably come out first. And actually have a split strategy on this one. Gabat's going to stay out, Skibnicki's going to stay out, Garlington, Gaju, Cameron Black, Jesse Turner, quite a few guys staying out, but these other guys coming down the pit lane, this should be the only stop they have to make in this race, and if that's the case, they probably will be in contention to win this thing at the end, so you should have come down the pit lane this time. I think all the guys down the pit lane right now have a good shot at winning this thing, except for the guys who were involved in the crash, of course. But still, a very interesting split strategy there. I say about maybe 15 cars came down the pit lane, and the rest of them stayed out. Anyways, we're going to see who wins the race off here, because this could be very pivotal to who wins this race. I think Davey Johnson edged out Hoffman. We're just going to have to see. Anyways, let's go ahead and see what happened to bring up the first caution here at the Auto Club Speedway. We're going to follow here with Ryan Madden in the number 5. And he and Elijah Gordon, his team, are going to get into each other and shoot up the racetrack. Josh Alexander in the 87, who comes into this race 4th in the points, was also involved in this one. Dan Smith Jr. with a piece of this one in the 89. You're going to see the 5 go around there in the outside wall. Number 1, Matt Dalio getting into Elijah Gordon. And then you see Josh crash hard into the number 5 of Ryan Madden. John Arts sliding there a little bit in the 05, and Cookie Helms comes in late in the 99. I thought it was only a 4-car incident, but I was wrong. Number 87, yeah, he's got some damage on that race car, and not looking good for Josh Alexander. And a very, very freak accident there, entering turn number 1 on lap 10. Actually, no, it was lap 9, I think. No, actually, wait, no, it was lap 10. It was lap 10. I can't count. Gonna replay this one in real time. And Madden just getting into Elijah Gordon. Possibly a little too aggressive for the guy who came into this race only 6 points behind. Barto will definitely gain on the number 5, but how much will he gain is the question. Because Madden has stuck with this number 2 of Trey Barto essentially ever since Barto took the points lead. And it's going to be very interesting to see how much Barto can gain on the number 5. I do believe Madden is out because of the damage to his race car. It's a tough break for him, but that does not mean he's not going to win this championship. He still has a great shot in that number 5 of pulling it off here in the Turkey Hill Series. But we're just going to have to see what Trey Barto does. If Trey Barto continues to have those finishes that he has had all season long, Barto's got this championship in the bag. But you can never guarantee that, especially at a place like this. Anyways, I do believe it's Ferdinand Gabat leading the field right now in the number 16. Let's go ahead and see what happens on the restart here on the Pepsi Max 300. So it's not going to be Ferdinand Gabat leading the field. The rest of these guys coming down the pit lane the next time by. And that is going to hand the lead over to Davey Johnson in the number 43. So my apologies there for thinking that Ferdinand Gabat was going to be the leader. Turns out they were all playing with me. And that could be a little bit of strategy. We might be coming in right at a time where these guys might have to come down for fuel again near the end of the race. These guys might have stretched it one extra lap, especially considering a place like this where passing is very frequent. I think these guys know that they still have a shot at getting this win, and they know they have a little bit more fuel than the guys who came in the lap before. But we're just going to have to see what happens. Let's go ahead and see what happens on the restart with this guy, Davey Johnson, leading the field. Back here at the Auto Club Speedway for the Pepsi Max 300, and I just realized Pepsi Max might not be a thing anymore. They might have changed it or something, but Who cares? I never even drank zero-calorie sodas anyway, because NutraSweet isn't that good for you. I'm a sugar guy. Anyways, Davy Johnson hoping for something sweet like sugar in this one. I mean, that is a terrible, terrible bridge. You know, sometimes I try to do that where, like, I'm making a reference to the sponsor and then I kind of, like, bridge it over to who's leading. That was a bad one. But anyways, Davy Johnson is leading the field here at the Auto Club Speedway. Remember what I said, he comes into this race 6th in the points, looking to gain a lot on the points leader, Trey Barto. He's got Caleb Hoffman, Aiden Shepard, Jack Borkins, and Jordan Newman behind him for the top 5. Coming to the restart here with 9 laps to go here at the Auto Club Speedway. Guys getting knocked out on that one, Ryan Madden and Josh Crash. And we did see Tristan Allen with an issue down the pit lane as well. I do believe he might be out in the number 22. Hoffman to the inside of Davy Johnson for the lead. Here comes Jordan Newman in the 52, looking to get to the inside of the 43. He's going to be able to do so, and I think he's going to get the run to the inside of Hoffman heading into turn 3. So Jordan Newman from 5th place to the lead in 1 lap. That's what can happen near the finish of this one, and you never know who's going to win the race until they cross the finish line. Jordan Newman will lead lap 15 here at Auto Club. We got ourselves 8 laps to go in this one. Ryan Searless in the 92. Looking to the inside of Jordan Newman there, 3 wide for the lead. Nathan Stapleton in the 18. The defending champion of the Turkey Hill Series. I've not talked about him enough this season, but here he is in the top 3 right now. Got Garrett Sonor here, a 2-time winner this season. Season 1 champion Eric Almenart. The veterans are showing their way through the field here at Auto Club. But Ryan Searless, who won the IndyCar finale here in 2016, currently leads the field in the number 92. He won that race in the Haas IndyCar Series on fuel strategy. He was able to stay out while everybody else had to come down the pit lane. I don't believe that that's going to be the case, even though I mentioned that might be the strategy for the guys who came in a lap later than these guys. But you never know. Searless still out front. Eric Almenart in the 24. He has not been having the season he has hoped for. Definitely not a season 1. And he's trying to change all that here tonight at the Auto Club Speedway. He's got a run to the inside of Ryan Searless for the lead, with now 6 laps to go at the Auto Club Speedway. But Searless is going to remain out front for now in the number 92. See, the rest of these guys are 4 wide and whatnot. Marty Johnson is still in here. Johnson comes into this race only 41 points behind Trey Barto. I'm going to try to find Barto here. I do not see him up until here. And Barto currently running in the 28th position. He'll still be the points leader at the end of this thing, but he is going to lose a lot of ground to Marty Johnson if they finish the way they are running right now. Ryan Searless, though, trying to pull away and get this win here at the Auto Club Speedway. You got Caleb Hoffman. He's hungry for a win. And right behind the number 20 of Marty Johnson is his teammate, Reagan Whitlock. In fact, all the Gibbs guys are all in a row right there. Whitlock, Stapleton, and Johnson. Whitlock comes into this race 46 points behind, and if he finishes where he is, he'll gain a good chunk on Trey Barto. But you never know, Barto could move his way through the field and possibly even win this thing. He's still in the draft. Now, this pack is definitely a lot more spread out than it was earlier, but this number 2 could definitely move his way through the field and win this thing if he wanted to. It's going to definitely take a lot of work if that's going to happen, because you got to get around these guys. Hoffman to the inside of Searless for the lead. Excuse me there. Eric Almenart to the inside of Ryan Searless for second. And Hoffman out front in the number 28. Almenart's going to take second away from Ryan Searless. Searless falling back on the outside. You got Reagan Whitlock here in the 19. And Aiden Shepard, part-time driver here in the 74. Of course, Ryan Searless is also a part-time driver. But Aiden Shepard driving a Dodge. Last time he raced here in the Turkey Hill Series, Dodge won with Nate Bell. Will Dodge go 2 in a row? It's very possible with Aiden Shepard in the 74. We got ourselves 2.5 laps to go here in the Pepsi Max 300. Caleb Hoffman leading the field in the number 28. Let's go back here and see. Oh, car on the wall! Max Neuwirth. Oh boy, I think we got some guys coming down the pit lane, and I was right. These guys are not able to make it to the end. Oh my, we're going to have a good one here. Almenhart, Whitlock, Garlington, Brock, and Stapleton down the pit lane. Will these guys be able to make it to the end without having to stop again? Remember, Ferdinand Gabat came in a lap later. That was the strategy for all those guys who came in late. Will it work for him? Hoffman's still out front, but does he have to come down the pit lane? Is he slowing down? I think he's going to try to stay out. Hoffman's going to try to stay out and win this thing, while everybody else is coming down. Gabat, Turner, Shepard, Searless, all down the pit lane. We got a problem on the pit lane. Josh Alexander and Cody Smart getting into each other. Caleb Hoffman lapping everybody in the 28. But does he have enough fuel? It's a half lap to go for the 28 of Caleb Hoffman. I do believe Noah Cars also stayed out in the 51. But as far as I know, those are the only two guys who are going to make it the distance. Will the 28 come down the pit lane now? No, he won't. Caleb Hoffman will win here at the Auto Club Speedway. He gets the victory in the Pepsi Max 300. But we have a lot to sort out here concerning the points leaders. Oh my. There's Trey Barto in the 2. He's going to be kind of deep in the field for this one. See all these guys driving around him. It's not going to be a good finish for the 2 of Trey Barto. And this thing is not complete yet. This is exactly what happened in the IndyCar Series finale here back in June. So these guys are still officially finishing here. These guys have not officially finished yet. And they are still on the lead lap. Barto, let's see where he finishes here. He was shown. We got a big crash. Oh, my. Oh, my. And these guys trying to finish, and we had a pile-up in turn 4. And you see Trey Barto here in the 2. He might gain a few positions because of this. Wow. Yeah, he is. Barto's going to get a top 10 finish because of that. How about that? He's going to cross the line. And I do believe Trey Barto will finish in 10th position. The thing, I don't think the leaderboard is updated yet. Man, this is a wild, wild finish. Caleb Hoffman wins the race, but I think he crashed. I don't even see him anywhere. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and see what happened, but this is definitely a crazy finish here to the Pepsi Max 300 at the Auto Club Speedway. Let's go ahead and review the crash. This is what happened here. Turner and Sam Adio. I don't know. Hoffman just did not see them when they were trying to come down the pit lane there, and you see what ensues. And a lot of these guys are trying to race back to the line and finish the race, and they just demonstrate what ARCA brakes are very well. And you see all the guys involved. Barto was not involved in this one. He was able to avoid it. He went down into the grass to avoid that crash. He passes quite a few guys. You see Skimnicki, Sidnor all involved. And Barto, I do believe, is going to finish in 10th position. And that is great news for the number 2, who will definitely be the points leader at the end of this race. But I think it's going to be a lot more than what he thought it was going to be. So everything working out pretty well for the number 2 at Trey Barto in this one. Hoffman, however, he still wins the race, but his car was rather torn up. And I don't think they're going to get that one in the victory lane. But nonetheless, Hoffman the winner. Caleb Hoffman. Oh boy, that number 12 or number 13 for him. He's won quite a few here on Napa Fam. Definitely one of the best drivers we have. Getting his first win of the season here in the Turkey Hill Series. Noah Cars, Marty Johnson, Jesse Turner, and Ryan Searless at top 5. Now Marty Johnson, he'll gain 7 points on Trey Barto. That might not seem like a lot, but that could definitely be pivotal towards this championship. Johnson getting a 3rd place finish. That's a great finish for the number 20. Jesse Turner finishing 4th. Ryan Searless, Stuart Gratton, Aiden Shepard, Emmanuel Hartnett, Cameron Black. And then that guy you see on your screen, the points leader, Trey Barto, finishing in 10th place. That is exactly what he wants to do until the end of the season. Get these top 10 finishes. If he can do that, he'll most likely win this championship, especially considering that Ryan Madden crashed out in this event, finishing 39th. Not a good run for Ryan Madden at all, and he's probably going to lose 2nd in the points to Marty Johnson, and that's not good for the 5. But Trey Barto is going to still be the points leader but he does not have this championship sealed quite yet. We still have 3 races left. We go to Rockingham, good old-fashioned crazy Phoenix. That's always a crazy one. And then the finale at Homestead to determine who wins the Season 3 Turkey Hill Series Championship. Anyways, congratulations to Caleb Hoffman for getting the victory here today at the Auto Club Speedway. And here are the points for the Turkey Hill Series. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you guys later.